In this video, I want to show you 13 exercises for your fretting hand that will give you an Arnold Schwarzenegger level of strength and a Bruce Lee level of speed and precision. Welcome to Become a Bassist, where it's all about insanely practical, no BS bass lessons designed to get you playing better bass, having more fun, and of course becoming the best bassist you can be. And today our focus is all on the left hand, or I guess your right hand if you're left-handed, your fretting hand. That's what we're talking about. And to focus all of our attention just on that hand, the fretting hand, we're going to completely isolate it, and we're not actually going to use the other hand, the plucking hand, at all in this lesson. Essentially, everything we're going to be doing in this lesson will just be hammered on from nowhere on the fretting hand, or potentially, we're going to do some pull-offs as well. Now, it's going to be a real workout, but if you do this for a while, you'll have, that Arnold Schwarzenegger level of strength in your fretting hand, and here is how it works. To start with, I'd recommend you go somewhere around the 8th to 10th fret on your bass, and just try hammering on from nowhere. So, try it with the index finger, try it with your middle finger, bam, middle, pinky, and pinky, all that kind of stuff, yeah? So, now, one thing is you don't want to get your fingers too far off the fretboard. You don't want to be going like that, all the way out here. You want to keep them relatively close and develop that kind of explosive force that lets you kind of get a good solid sound from not very far away. It's like, if you know the Bruce Lee doing his 1-inch punch thing, tiny movement, but lots of power. Velocity with precision. Oh, pardon me. That's the name of the game for this kind of exercise. Get good at this and your fretting hand will be like a mixture of Bruce Lee and Arnold. Very, very cool combo. But let's get into the actual exercises. Exercise 1 will look like this. You're going to play a major 7th chord shape. So 8th fret on the F of the A string with your middle finger there. Index finger next on your A, which is on the 7th fret of the D string. Then C, 10th fret of the D string with your pinky. And then final note, E, this 9th fret on your G string. And you're actually going to hammer on all of those from nowhere. So, now I like using this kind of shape because it's not just some random kind of notes. It could be part of a real song, like like a 6/8 kind of waltzy thing. And it also has the benefit of using all your fingers. Now, a few tips to make it through this exercise a little bit easier. Number 1, aim to be just a hair behind the fret you're aiming for. So if I go back to that F, we want to be right on the right behind the fret right there. Have a look what happens if I go just a little bit behind, a little bit towards the back of the fret. We get that rattly, not quite a proper note yet kind of sound. But playing close to the fret, that niceness goes right away. Yeah? Now, number 2, try not to kind of squeeze the bejesus out of your hand when you're doing this. If you end up with this muscle in here being sore after a few minutes, then you're probably squeezing a little bit too hard. Now, you can still use your thumb for stability and everything like that, but the point isn't to kind of squeeze here, it's the velocity at which your fingers hit the string that'll make the difference, yeah? So don't squeeze, just focus on that velocity. And number 3, at the very start when you're doing all this stuff, playing short, unconnected notes is fine. Pardon me, there we go. That's fine at the start. It's a lot harder to get them nice and long and smooth and connected, yeah, so when you are just starting out, using shorter notes is totally okay. You can always lengthen them a little bit later. If you want to do some slightly more advanced versions of this exercise, you can take that shape, the major 7 shape, and you can move it around your fretboard. You might start on the A string, and then move it to the E string. There we go. And then you might go up a fret. Oh, pardon me. And then you might move to the A string again. You can keep going up. Oh, pardon me. you know, moving all up and down your A string and your E string, alternating between those two. You could just go fret by fret like we've been doing, or you could go, you know, up whole steps as well. So you might start on the, and instead of going up a half step, you go up a whole step here. Whole step, pardon me. Whole step. And then you can come back down whole steps as well. Yeah, just like that. Now there's plenty of room for variation in here. I've put all the tabs and notation for all these exercises available for free on becomeabassist.com, by the way. You can just click the first link in the description to download them for free. Now, more ways you can do more with this exercise is to simply start using different chord types. So rather than just using the major 7, you could also use the dominant 7 as well. Yeah, so that could be your kind of home base shape. You could move it around in half steps like we've been doing. So up a half step there, up a half step, might go down a half step here, and then down a final half step, just like that. You could do the same thing in whole steps. Whole step, whole step, oh pardon me, that's a major 7. There it is. Oh. Whole step, and you can just keep going around and around like that. Gives the whole exercise a different sound and a different flavor. You could also do the same thing with the minor 7. You might go down here, up, and then go up a half step. Half step again. You can do the same thing in whole steps as well. All the while you're trying to make sure you're getting good sounds. Or for example, my ring finger on that one, not as strong as the rest. That's a bit better. What do we just do? Half steps or whole steps? You can do both. You can go up in whole steps. Another whole step. Yeah, or half steps, it's all good. Another option you can do is just take a chord progression and play chords all the way through it, like just outline the triads. So for example, you might have like an F major, going to a D minor, going to a G minor, going to a C major, and you can just outline that just using this kind of this technique we've been using. So you might go, yeah, easy way to squeeze more juice out of this idea, and you can actually make it quite musical as well. If you wanted a slightly more advanced exercise to try building your fretting hand strength, give this one a try. It's a bit more demanding. It's like the Mr. Olympia of fretting hand exercises. You'll use all your fingers, 1, 2, 3, and 4, but play them across different strings, your E, A, D, and G. So if you start around the 5th fret, you'd do this. You play the index finger on the 5th fret of the E string, middle finger on the 6th fret of the A string, then ring finger on the 7th fret of the D string. Oh, pardon me, that's a bit better. And then pinky is on the 8th fret of the G string. Yeah, that's the basic exercise. All the while, no plucking hand at all. Just hammering on from nowhere, getting the strength of Arnold, precision, velocity of Bruce Lee kind of thing. Yeah, that's the basic exercise. And to start with, you can just get comfortable doing that. Oh, yeah. So that one's a bit iffy for me, going from the ring finger to the pinky there, and that's normal. These are, they're usually the weakest fingers for people, so if you're having a bit of a struggle there, that's totally normal. But you can actually create a new exercise by starting to move this kind of idea around your bass. You can go up fret by fret, so instead of starting on the 5th fret, you can start on the 6th fret now. 7th, 8th, 9, 10, 11, 12, 5. Yeah? You could get adventurous and go up 2 frets at a time as well. You might go like this. And then come back down. That's a bit of a stretch. Pardon me. Oh, I messed that one up. Yeah, this one can be very, very taxing. A touch more challenging there as well. Another version would be to do this exercise backwards, where you start on the G string with your index finger. So that would look like this. So you go 5th fret on the G string, 6th fret on the D string, then 7th fret on the A string, and then pinky with the 8th fret on the E string. Oh. Now this one doesn't usually feel quite as solid as starting on your E string, but it can be done, right? Now the final exercise I want to show you is a real monster, and it's basically to combine those first 2 ideas. So the first one starting on the E string, and then when you get to the G string here, you can pull off to the 5th fret and then plug in the other version. Yeah, so that's our basic idea. So index, middle, ring, pinky, index, middle, ring, pinky. And then you can go up and down too. Starting on the 6th fret. Oh, that was a bit weak. That one there. Let's come back down. Oh. Now this one is definitely an exercise. It's not nearly as musical as using like an actual chord shape or anything like that, but it will work your hand. This is definitely working your fretting hand a ton. You're building that strength, that flexibility, and that stamina as well. Now just a few words of warning about these 13 exercises. As far as exercises go, these are probably intermediate to advanced, depending on which ones you do. So you should already have a reasonable foundation of technique before you go around trying these out. Now if you do need a bit help with some more fundamental technique stuff, I have a slightly less advanced bass workout video that actually uses both hands, so I'll put a link to it in the description. Also, if your action on your bass is stupid high, then this is just going to be super difficult, maybe even impossible. So if your action is on the high side, it might be worth lowering it a little so you don't mess up your hand trying to do this. Now, if you're going to get that Arnie strength and that Bruce Lee velocity in the fingers, you're going to need to practice these exercises at least a little. And to make things easy, I've put all the tabs and notation for all these exercises up as a free download on becomeabassist.com. Just click the link in the description or right here, fill out the form on that page, and I'll send it straight to you so you start getting, huge hands really fast. So I'll see you in there.